Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty on Saturday. Today it's September the 19th. It's my day 188. Hard to believe. 188 days of doing this. I'm still here though, still on the job. Haven't gone anywhere yet. And before I get called out for lying, because I did say I was going to go to the market today, everybody right now is being accused of lying. Everybody's, that guy lied, he lied, everybody lies, everybody's lying. So I guess that's the end thing. You just lie. But it's best you fess up to your own lies. So I promised that I was going to go to the markets today. I didn't go to the market. Sorry about that. Got tied up doing something else and just didn't get around to it. But anyway, got some good numbers to report today. Let me give you the numbers first, because this is really important. The only good numbers is when we have no numbers. That would be the good thing. But bottom line is, this is very important for you to see, and they will be right up here right now, okay? So here you go. Today, the deaths reported for the past 24 hours for the entire state of Florida were 57. That's down by 82 from yesterday. Yesterday, it was 139. And as far as the positives are concerned, well, that's not the good news. The positives are up by 369. Yesterday, they were 3,204. Today, they're 3,573. So we got a little red on the screen and a little bit of green on the screen. Actually, we have two greens on the screen and one red. You'll see the positives over here on the, let's get it right, Crider. Over here will be the positives. Those will be in red. And then the greens up here, and that will be the 7-day moving average. Yeah, I'll tell you about that, 7-day moving average. And the deaths were green because they went down. So if you go back and look at some of these older videos, generally, they will be in green if they went down and red if they went up. So our 7-day moving average fell down to 95.86. On Friday, it was 101.57, so that's a good thing. In fact, pretty much all week it was in the 100s. We would have to go back till the 8th or 9th to get down into single-digit numbers. So there you go. That's our numbers for today. That's a good thing, and you'll see those numbers floating along here all the way. I have to remind you that I don't put any commercials into these videos. They are there occasionally. They show up at the beginning, and sometimes in these longer ones, they just pop right up in the middle of the video. It's not me. I don't put them there. I don't get paid for them. That's what YouTube does. That's how they feel that they can get paid for doing this, and they stick commercials in there. So you can hit the skip button and skip by them very quickly, and they're inconvenient. I recognize that. Of course, if you want to pay to be a member of YouTube, then you don't get the commercials. So they're going to get you one way or the other. So the headlines of the news today: Tropical Storm Beta, that's the name of the storm, formed in the Gulf of Mexico Friday night, right after Tropical Storm Wilfred, and Subtropical Storm Alpha in the Atlantic, bringing the hyperactive 2020 hurricane season up to 23 named storms. That's the first time since possibly 1893 that 3 new storms were formed in one day, and definitely the first time that happened since 1953 when storms were first named. That was said to us by the National Hurricane Center, in case you want to know where we get our information. Okay, COVID-19 outbreaks, FAU season. Opener against Georgia Southern postponed after 18 positive cases. According to an FAA spokesman, 18 members of the football program tested positive for COVID-19 this week. 12 student athletes, 4 staff members, and 2 staff student members. So that game was postponed. The Florida presidential race is a day-to-day, very, very consistent, like too close to predict, depending on who is doing the polling and who you're watching. You'll be watching one network and they will say, Biden's ahead by 15 points. You watch another network and Trump's ahead by 21 points. It's narrowing now, but Biden's still ahead. It's narrowing now that Trump's still ahead. The bottom line is, if you take them all and average them all out, they're pretty much break even. And that's the way it's probably going to be until we get up to Election Day, because I don't see anybody pulling ahead in this thing. Not being political, just telling you that's the way I see it. And I'm not suggesting who you should vote for either. Didn't say that at all. The horror of having a 6-inch cotton swab pushed down into your nasal passage has some people dashing to South Florida COVID-19 testing sites that offer a less nerve-wracking procedure, a simple pain-free swab from inside the cheek. But beware, because while the cheek swab may be less uncomfortable, there's a chance the results you may get may be less accurate. And then they go into a whole bunch of reasons why. When I had my first COVID-19 test done, it was relatively uncomfortable. Briefly. I mean, we're talking about, 15 seconds. It's, so you can endure 15 seconds of being uncomfortable for something like that. However, when I went in to get my next one, they did it essentially the same way, but it was a whole lot less uncomfortable because they didn't stick the swab back in as far into my nostril as they had done the first time. And I asked them about that, and the person who did it said, well, each person does it a little bit differently, but all we need to do is get it in there just a little bit and get that from you, and it'll be okay. So some places do it a little bit more deep, and others do it less deep. But the cheek swab is not necessarily the very best way to do that. Just thought you ought to know that. You may think that, well, I had that done, and it will probably be okay. Hey, if you're going to endure going and spending the time to go there and have it done, for heaven's sakes, get it done right. This is good news, okay? Florida sees a dramatic job rebound as unemployment rates drop to 7.4%. Well, you'd say, wow, 7.4%, that's not great. Well, all 3 South Florida counties saw their jobless rate dip below double digits, with Broward falling to 8.1% from 14.5% in July. Palm Beach County's rate dipped to 8% from 11.6%, while Miami-Dade fell to 9.3% from 13.3%. So we're making some progress as far as pulling the economy back. Have you seen the stock market lately? I don't know if you have anything to do with the stock market, but if you do, you should be pretty happy. Practically back where we started. So, I mean, there were a lot of people who predicted the market wouldn't come back for years. So here we are. That is happening good. People are beginning to get back to work. They're beginning to do their jobs. And actually, our numbers are coming down a little bit. All righty, folks, as I say every day, remember, this is a weekend. Please distance space. Please wear your mask. Got another new mask today. Got a really nice new plaid mask for the wintertime here or the fall season. It's quite nice, and it has a little bit. Let me get the mask. Hold on. All right, folks, here's the mask that I got. First, it's kind of attractive because I'm Mr. Preppy, but there's a little thing at the top here that kind of helps keep it in place, and it's I think it's attractive and it works quite well. And it's big enough, and it stays in shape, and you have the ability to be able to talk, and it doesn't get into your mouth. They keep coming out with better and better and better masks. So this is my newest, latest, greatest mask. So remember to distance space this weekend. Remember to wear your mask. See, I got my mask. I'm all set to go. And hey, we have to do our shout-outs here now. Don't forget. Don't forget to push the like button. You guys are so good about that, and I do appreciate it, because if I don't suggest that you do it, you generally don't do it. So that's why I tell you to do it. It doesn't, the only thing it does is strokes my ego. It doesn't give me any money. It just makes me feel like, well, they are paying attention. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And these people are paying attention, like Marie Arnold, who lives here, and Diana Stark, who lives in our building, and Joan and Helen and Elizabeth. And I think George Ed and Ann Hallie, I think they're up in Georgia somewhere. They skipped town. They're gone for a little bit into the little bit cooler weather up there. And Wayne and Dorothy are Minnetonka friends. They're still up in Minnetonka, Minnesota. The Kennedys are still on Long Island. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're here. So I'm not sure exactly where they are, but we're looking forward to seeing them. Raymond Kari, he's still here. Captain Marcia. Hey, Captain Marcia. Always great to see her. She's here on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Danny's up in Jersey. Thank you, Danny. Barb and Ron Dumoulin. Jim Peabody, Britt, Betsy, Sherry, Jay, Timothy, John Markson, Kelly over at the Polo Deli. Nice folks. Thank you very much for watching. Heather, we always say hi to Heather because Heather's my favorite name. I love the name Heather. And Gail, G-A-Y-L, and Carol, K-A-R-O-L. Barb, Megan, Diane, Joyce, Rosemary, Biddle, and Edith. And then we have our Facebook friends also, Kathleen, Bruce, Jay Parm. Thank you, Jay. Jean, Nancy Bicknell. Here we go with Nancy Trezula. I got it right this time. Susan Taylor, thank you so much. She was the gal I left out for quite some time, and now she's back in the fold. Thank you very much, Susan. She's Marcia's friend. And Barb Chandler. Georgette and Lisa Crider Brown. That's my daughter in Stewart, and then I also have a daughter in North Carolina. That would be Kimberly, and she is absent without leave. She does not watch, so that's the way that goes. But anyway, I'll get on her about that later. So you push the like button, that's a good thing, and you're going to distance space today. And so we have to do the weather report. I do a very quick weather report here for you for the Treasure Coast. Sunshine and clouds mixed with a stray shower and thunderstorm possible today. High around 90 degrees, winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain today is about 20%, so that means we probably aren't going to get very much rain today. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies. This evening, thunderstorms likely late. So if you want to go out and do a little barbecuing or something, go ahead and get it done. Get it done early because late it's going to rain a little bit. Low near 80 degrees, winds north-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain tonight's about 80%. And then tomorrow, Sunday, the Sabbath day, thunderstorms are likely, especially in the morning. So, get your raincoat on and get your umbrella out and trot on out to church if that's where you're going, or you can watch church on TV. Plenty of churches on TV and also on the radio. The Catholic guys have theirs on in Palm Beach on our Catholic stations, and I'm not Catholic, but I do take care of these Catholic stations for these guys. So it's 100.1 in Stewart, Florida. They have a mass every Sunday at, I think, around 9 o'clock. High tomorrow will be about 86 degrees. The winds will be northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be pretty windy tomorrow. Chance of rain about 80% tomorrow. So we've got plenty of rain tomorrow possibly. Higher winds during the gusty period of time. So there you go. That's the weather forecast. We have no storms. I would show you with my phone the storms that are brewing and running around. There are a lot of storms all over the place. Fortunately, none of them seem to be affecting us. We're very happy about that. It's supposed to be a very, very active year for hurricanes and tropical storms and all that sort of thing, and it's living up to expectations. And here we are just passing the middle of September, so we have all of October and part of November to go before we're out of this hurricane season. So just be prepared for just about anything. I'll keep you informed. I know you'll be seeing TV and everything else, but I do that for mainly I do it for the folks that are up north. People up north don't get as much information about these storms and what's going on down here. And for you folks who are concerned about A1A, well, it's getting a little bit better. They are making progress on widening the road, and there was only one really bad day, and now the traffic is moving along. It's still slow because you have to be careful when you go through there during the workday. But and that's from Beachland Boulevard. It's going to be slow all the way up until you get to Indian River, the light at Indian River Shores. Okay, let's quick like a little bunny jump in here and do the numbers. And as I said, you see the numbers up there, and the numbers look good, right? Okay, better. Not good, but better. Back in only a moment. Alrighty, folks, here we are in the numbers department today. Not particularly a bad day. We like days whenever the deaths go down, especially they're down in the double digits instead of the triple digits. So we were 82 better than yesterday, means we had 82 less deaths than yesterday. Yesterday we had 139. Today we had 57. 82 better. Good. That's fine. 82 better is fine. 57 is the number of people who were reported deceased in the past 24 hours. These aren't the actual dates that it happened, but that's when the report came in. So 57. 57 is always 57 too many, but nonetheless, it's a bunch better than 139 and a whole lot better than 276 back at August the 11th. Now we take a look at the positives. Well, of course, the positives did pop up. Yesterday we had 3,204. Today we have 3,573. That means we're up by 369. So there you go. That's what's going on for the entire state of Florida. Now let's take a look at Dade County. That's Miami. 28 new deaths reported in the past 24 hours, 536 new positives. In Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, 2 new deaths reported and 233 new positives. Now in Palm Beach County, 5 new deaths reported, 250 new positives. Alrighty, here we are in Orange County now. Orange County is Orlando. 1 new death to report, 195 new positives. In Brevard County, that's Melbourne, 2 new deaths to report and 88 positives. In St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, 4 new deaths to report and 45 new positives. In Martin County is Stewart, 0 new deaths to report. That's good. 56 new positives. Here in Indian River County, no new deaths to report. That's very good. 23 new positives. 7 of those new positives were in zip code 32960. That's Vero Beach. I'm not supposed to say proper anymore because everything's proper around here, but it's Vero Beach, the city of Vero Beach, over on the west side of the Intracoastal Waterway, and we're on the barrier island, zip code 32963, and there was 1 new positive reported over here. Alrighty, now let's slide over here and take a look at the 7-day moving averages. Look at this. This is very good. 95.86. Yesterday it was 101.57. Wow, and all week we were in the triple-digit numbers. So this is quite good. However, if we go back and take a look at let's go back here and look back a little bit further here. Well, we have to go back kind of far here until the 10th of September, where we were down at 76.57, and we had a couple of double-digit numbers back there on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's where we are. Now, I'll take you over and show you the rest of this because this is kind of interesting to see how this is going together. And, of course, we see this every weekend. I don't like to talk about the weekends like this, but look at these red guys in here. 139 on Friday, 142 on Thursday, 151 on Wednesday, and 139 on Tuesday. Okay, now we have some double digits, 33 here on Monday and 10 on Sunday. So, this is it seems to be somewhat of a pattern of Saturday and Sunday having these low numbers, and then we get these higher numbers during the week. We've already talked about this, and I personally believe it has to do with the way the reporting comes in over the weekend, and maybe some of the numbers that should have come in on Saturday and Sunday get dumped in on Monday and Tuesdays. Nonetheless, that's kind of the way it is, and we got to live with it because that's the way they do it. Now, here's the moving average chart. I fixed this guy up here. And we like what we see. We're on a nice, steady decline. Will it last? It's hard to tell. I don't want to make any predictions because the moment I start making predictions, things all fall apart. Look what happened here. We were way down here on the 9th, or on the 9/8, we were at 76.57. And then we all went all the way back up to, on the 15th, to 122.57. Okay, and now we're at 95.86. So all we need to do is really work at this, folks. The problem is, we say this all the time, there isn't a cure, there isn't a vaccine, and in order to drive the numbers down, the best thing we could do would be hermits. That would be one thing we could do. Well, that won't help the economy one bit, and everybody has to work, and everybody has to eat, and everybody has to make money. So somehow or other, we have to mitigate that by wearing a mask and social distancing. People got very upset with me yesterday or the day before yesterday when I made this sort of semi-rant about those kids down in Fort Lauderdale throwing a flash mob at Target, screaming, "Take off your mask. You don't have to do it. Freedom. Don't wear your mask." This is ridiculous. This is just crazy stuff. Shouldn't even be mentioning it today, except that I'm calling some of you folks out who are after me about that. Said, well, you say you're not going to be political, and the next thing you do is become political. That's not political, man. That's reporting the news, right? That's exactly reporting the news. And the fact that I said it was reported that the girl in the black outfit was wearing a Trump hat, and we have the video to show that she was not. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to push the Republicans or the Democrats. I'm just trying to do something or say something here that lets you know that that was not the case. Now, maybe somebody stuck a Trump hat on her when she went outside or something, but nonetheless, that has nothing to do with anything here. Alrighty, folks, here we are taking a look at the states, the United States, and what has happened here. Now, this is not today. Today, I keep telling you, if you haven't seen this lately, see all the blanks over here under new desks. I can't do it for today, but I can do it for yesterday. So I'm always one day behind on showing you how Florida ranks with all the rest of the states. And yesterday, with 144 deaths, we were the number one state with the most number of deaths. Not good. It just shows that we're not doing our job. I mean, now I do recognize one thing. We do have a lot of elderly people here, and apparently one place I read, and this is all great stuff. I mean, this is all from people who are supposed to be very credible, that the majority of people who are passing away are those people who are elderly and have underlying issues. We've read that a lot. But then if you look at the charts, it looks like the 25 to 34 people are dying. Anyway, be that as it may, there were 144 people who passed away yesterday. Texas was number 2 with 120. California was number 3 with 100. I pointed this out to you the other day. California has 39 million people, and Texas has 28 million, and we have 21 million. So we got a lot of people we're dealing with here. Now, and Georgia was number 4 with 83. Arizona, Tennessee, Ohio had 32. Louisiana had 29. In 9th position was Virginia with 29. Pennsylvania had 28. Pennsylvania had 28, but they only have 12 million people. They have a little more than half of what we have. North Carolina, 27. Let me scroll down here a little bit more, and we'll take a look at Iowa, had 10. Kansas 10, New York 9, Massachusetts 9, Oklahoma 9, Maryland 8, Minnesota, for my Minnetonka friends, 8, Kentucky 8, Wisconsin 7, and we'll go down here to Jersey for Danny, 5 up in Jersey, and that pretty much rounds it out. Connecticut had 4, Colorado had 3, Rhode Island for Jay Grutman up there, 3. West Virginia had 3, North Dakota. Michigan didn't report anything. Utah did not report anything yesterday. So those are the numbers and how the state of Florida ranks with all the rest of the states. The last thing we want to do is be number 1. And there we are. We were number 1 yesterday. And we've been pretty much number 1 or number 3 for the past at least 4 or 5 weeks. Alrighty, folks. Now that you've seen the numbers and you see that they're better than they were, always can be better. I don't have any quotes today. I don't have any sayings today. I don't have any UBIs, no useless bits of information, or no pet patrol. Come on. RonCrider@gmail.com. Need some more pets. Don't forget about the flu shot. I'm going to keep pushing on the flu shot for at least until the end of the month. You really need to get that flu shot. I've told you before, I didn't get it for years and years and years, and I always got the flu. I didn't get it bad, but I always got it. And knock on wood, I have not had the flu in many, many years because I actually get the flu shot. Don't forget Vero Beach 5star.com. It's got almost 50 restaurants that we particularly like. Myself and my associates are putting this together. Yes, there are restaurants in Vero Beach. There's probably only a dozen of them that we've listed because those are the ones that we think are the best. And the rest can be on on these other sites like TripAdvisor. And I have actually a link to TripAdvisor on the website on the front page. So if you can't find a restaurant that you're looking for on my site, because I only put the good ones there. We only put the good ones there. And when I say, it doesn't mean the other ones are bad. It just means these are our favorite ones. That's the better way to put it. But of course, I also have posted restaurants all over the world that I have been to in the past couple of years and very much enjoy them. So it just gives you an idea of places that you might want to go to. And I have restaurants in Melbourne and Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale and Orlando and so forth. That's that, classicamerica.com. That's our classical music channel. Remember, if you'd like to hear some really good Christian music, I'm talking about really nice, richly orchestrated choir hymns of the church, midnight tonight until noon tomorrow on classicamerica.com. And if you want to listen to some really great music with Frank Sinatra, every third song's a Sinatra song. It's mostly Sinatra.net. Those are my two music channels. Alrighty, folks, thank you very much for watching today. I do appreciate it. It is Saturday. It's going to be a nice day today. Have a really good time. Please, distance space, wear the mask, and do something nice for someone today. Have a very, very blessed day today. It's Saturday. You have a blessed Saturday, and I'll look forward to seeing you back here on Sunday. Ron Crider signing off.